So, my dear students, today I want to tell you how to write this particular essay. Listen to the topic carefully. Uh, Flying in the sky as a bird in times of COVID, or let me say, allowing my imagination to soar in the sky. Being a bird in the sky during COVID times. And I'm going to give you a different perspective this time. My mind is a bird and it should be allowed to fly. It has been flying for years and COVID times has given me that opportunity. I am allowing my mind to fly. I am allowing my relaxed mind to do what it does best. Think without any stresses around me. Think without any pressures on me. I look up at the sky and I wonder how it would be if I were a bird flying in the sky. I am indeed a bird because my mind is like a bird. It wants to soar high and explore the world around. In Corona times, we are all caged in our homes, and it is even more that it is an even greater desire that makes us want to break the cage and step out of it. Take flight and fly high. Next paragraph. COVID times has indeed helped me to find relaxation more often than not. I have sat with a book completely relaxed because there hasn't been as much of homework as I would have to do during your normal times. Of course, it stresses me out when I have to sit in front of a television screen listening to the teacher and not being able to ask her my questions because time is short. The absence of physical space between us, the absence of physical space, common physical space that both of us occupy, also causes a lot of tension. It makes me nervous. But then when I sit alone with nothing to do, with nowhere to go out, I just sit and think of all the things I can do. My mind becomes a bird and it imagines that it has stepped out of the city that I reside in. I watch movies on the weekends, and sometimes I become a character from those books. I play those characters in my own way, in my mind. I imagine that I am a superheroine or a superhero who is helping the world, who is becoming a scientist at one point of time and a detective at another. Sometimes I'm a policeman and sometimes I'm a doctor. Sometimes I'm the Prime Minister of India and at other times I play the role of the President of the United States of America. Films are a source of relaxation, but they also allow me to imagine all the people I can be. You might think that this is very frivolous, but let me assure you it is not. This is one time that I have got in a lifetime. It is the time of a lifetime, and I am spending it in the most unusual way, or in the most unusual ways. I imagine myself to be different people. I think that I can do things which I would never have thought I could do. For example, when I become the president of the United States of America, in my mind, I can see myself winning the battle of COVID-19. What I feel about the president of United States of America not being able to do, comma, I see myself doing all those things. When I see the people in India walking on the roads, it hurts me. I feel for them. And I start thinking of the solutions. I wonder what I would have done if I was the Prime Minister of India. If I were the Prime Minister of India, I would probably help them with food stuff so that they wouldn't go hungry. I would make sure that they had proper shelters, and I would tell all my ministers to ensure that the work was done properly. I would have made sure that the officers were working 24/7 to ensure that the poor didn't go hungry and people were safe from the virus. I would make sure that people's lives could be bettered. Corona times has made my mind fly and given me an insight into what my country is. Because I have spent more time in front of the idiot box, that is the television, than I usually do. I have watched the news because I've seen my parents watching the news, and I've seen the hardships that people have been going through. I have empathized with the poor, the women, the children, the youth, the farmers of my country. And I have realized important issues need to be tackled. I have realized that the country needs to tackle population growth and unemployment immediately. This should be the first priority of the Prime Minister of the country. I have also realized that in a democracy, people's voices must be heard. I hear people talking about their voices being strangulated, and I feel for them because this is my country and I want it to be the best. And I want my mind to remain a butterfly. I want my mind to soar like a bird, like an eagle in the sky, so that together we can work and take our country to greater heights. For every person, this time, this should be the last paragraph. For every person, this should be a time of introspection. And we must try to explore our inner being and develop qualities of kindness, compassion. And we must not be unhappy, though these are difficult times. We must remain cheerful at all times. However, there is a warning that I must reserve for the end. I want you to remember to be careful and not become casual about the pandemic. Yes, the governments have unlocked, or should I say they have allowed people to start moving around and resume normal lives, but there are certain guidelines that they have given us and which we must follow. These include wearing a mask, using sanitizers, washing our hands regularly, and avoid going out of our houses unless it is very necessary. These are things that all of us must be careful about, and we must try to stay indoors for most of the time. We will not get this time again. It is a difficult time, but this is also a time to spend with our family and with ourselves. I am enjoying it. Why don't you too? So how did you like this essay? There are lots of points I've given you. You can write a lot of things. You can write whatever you want. If there are any questions that you have, do comment on this video and do share it with your friends so that others also get ideas. I'll come up with another essay very soon. See you soon.